Today we will be testing a crypto scalping strategy. Who am I? I am DP Roberts, and for years I've been testing hundreds of strategies and indicators, and I'm testing more every single day. I've compiled all that information into spreadsheets and used it to create a profitable trading strategy with a custom indicator. And we have an amazing community over on Discord where we help you become a profitable trader. If you are interested in getting access to the spreadsheets of all the indicators and strategies that we have tested, as well as a free trial to our custom indicator, you can just sign up for our Patreon down below. Alright, as I said, today we will be testing a crypto scalping strategy. Before we do though, I wanted to put the testing scoreboard up for everyone to see. So to date, we have tested a total of 313 strategies, with 101 of them being winners. The best one so far was able to achieve an 87% win rate. That was achieved using the Academy of Forex indicator. And so far, since we've been keeping track, it has outperformed 210 of the other strategies that we have put it up against, every single one so far. We've also tested a total of 1,017 indicators, with 424 of them being winners. Alright, as I said, today we will be testing a crypto scalping strategy. Or I guess I should say we'll be reviewing a crypto scalping strategy. And so, for those of you who know, you probably recognize that this is the Academy of Forex indicator here on the bottom of the screen. This is the indicator that I mention in all of the videos. The indicator that I developed, or at least I developed a series of indicators that Mike from Upright Trading coded all into one indicator. And that's what this is here on the bottom of the screen. And so this is also a sneak peek to anyone who might be interested in the Academy of Forex indicator and want a little bit more information on it, or want to kind of see how it functions. All right, we're going to take a look at a little bit of a different strategy that I've been developing here recently. And so what we'll do is click into the settings, the Academy of Forex indicator, and what we're going to do is we're going to go here to the time frame, and we're going to change that to 3 hour. We're going to click this right here, the MTF, the multi-time frame. Make sure that is checked. We're going to scroll down. We're going to turn off the band breaks right here, and we can go ahead and turn off the exits there, or the exits, exit 1 and exit 2, and everything else will stay on default setting. Go ahead and click OK. So what we're looking at is we are looking at the perpetual pairs, the perpetual crypto pairs. The reason why we're specifically looking at these is because these ones here, through a few different exchanges, offer some of the highest leverage kind of that you can get on the market. And so easily you can get 25 times leverage on these pairs. And so specifically we're going to look at the XRP USD perpetual. And so, like I said, with these pairs, you can get 25 times leverage. And so that's where I kind of based this, account value off of. And so what I did is I'm using the paper trading, and for the last, 2.5 weeks or so, I've been trading this strategy in real time as it gives me signals. So let's go ahead and take a look at the strategy setup itself. So first and foremost, what we do is we are going to the 30-minute time frame. Once we are on the 30-minute time frame, what we're looking for is we're looking for the mean reversion, and that's going to be, let me just do this. Go here, turn off the inverse Fisher transform for just a moment. Let it load. It's this line right here is the mean reversion. The other one that was cycling through is the inverse Fisher transform. And so I'll go ahead and turn that back on like so. Okay, so what we're looking for is the mean reversion to be above the black line right here, the 0 line. That is our kind of trend direction analysis on the higher time frame. So remember that we set this to a 3-hour time frame, and so it's giving us a 3-hour kind of view of the mean reversion. And you can see that it is above the 0 line right there. Then what we're looking for is we're looking for the inverse Fisher transform to pull back, and we want it to pull back both the lines below that 0 line. And when it does that, that is when we are going to start looking for a trade on the lower time frame. So what I did was I went ahead and jumped back here just a little bit, and if I scroll in just a bit there, you see the mean reversion is well above that 0 line. And you can see right here where I drew this purple box, you can see the inverse Fisher transform has dropped down well below that 0 line as well. And same with this one here, not quite as far as this one, but both of those lines have definitely dropped down below that 0 line. So now what we're going to do is we're going to jump into the 5-minute time frame. So this is how we would do the analysis. We'd be looking at the 30-minute time frame. Again, we would look for the mean reversion first and foremost to determine our trend direction. In this case, it's a upward trend because the mean reversion is above the 0 line, and we get a pullback with the inverse Fisher transform. As soon as both of those lines break below that 0 line, you would then jump back into a lower time frame. And let's scroll back here and take a look at this like so. Okay, so this is the first box we was looking at where the inverse Fisher transform has come down, mean reversion is above the 0, and you see that we get this really nice pullback right here, and you can see that we get this nice continuation right here. And so what we're looking for is the inverse Fisher transform to break above the 0 line and to break above this dashed line right here into kind of the over kind of bought zone, if you will, from our other strategy. And when that happens would be about right here. We would then enter into a trade. Now I'll tell you that there are a few other indicators that I use with this that if you are interested, just go to the Discord into the Academy of Forex Indicator channel and ask me about those, and I will fill everybody in on the other indicators that I use and the little bit more precise entries that I get by using those indicators. But this is kind of a loose version that will definitely work. So again, we see the inverse Fisher transform breaks back up above the 0 line, and it breaks above this dashed line at the positive 6.5. And when it does that, that would be our entry into a trade right there, a long trade. And what we would do is we would draw a fib like this here. And here are the levels of this fib if you're interested. More importantly, what we're looking at is this negative, the negative 0.05 level. That's going to be kind of this level here where it draws this box to the downside, and this is going to be where we would put our stop. And so our trade would go right about here. Actually, I think we were in a little bit sooner. Let's draw this back like so. And we would put our trade right about here. We would put our stop right about here. And we're going to target a 1 to 1.6 is going to be our target. Now that's going to allow for any commissions or any fees that may be associated with the trade. We're looking for a 1 to 1.5 risk reward. And so you can see here that we make this really nice jump to the upside, getting us to our take profit. And so if we jump back into the 30-minute time frame, you can see here that we would have had quite a few continuation trades throughout here. We would have had one right about here. Nope, that's not what I wanted. Let's do that again. We'd have had one right about here. We had had one right about here. We'd have had one right about here, right about here, and right about there. And so you can see that realistically we could have gotten 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 good trades in, maybe even 8 right here on this one before we eventually rolled over. And so that 1 to 1.5 risk reward would have been really in our favor. I'm trying to go through this as quick as I can because I don't want this video to be too long. So we'll scroll back here like this. And we'll take a look at a couple of shorts real quick. And so here, like here. So what we're looking for in this one would be, we're looking for the pullback to the upside on this one because we are in a downtrend like so. And so we get the pullback right here, and you can see the inverse Fisher transform comes up. It doesn't cross below that lower line, the lower band right here. It does so actually right here on this one. And so if we zoom in on that just a tad bit there, we'll go ahead and delete this. And what we'll do is we'll add in a short position right about here. And we would have drawn that same fib levels just like so. Would have given us where we can put our stop. So there, and we would have targeted that same 1 to 1.6 just like before. And you see that we very easily come down with just maybe an hour or so of time and hit our take profit really easy. And I won't go through this one, but again, you can get the same picture right here. You can see we get the cross right about here, and you can see, boom, we make this really nice drop to the downside. So again, this is a really nice crypto strategy here. And let's go ahead and go over kind of the numbers that I've achieved. And I'll be real honest with you, some of these numbers are kind of crap, like this one here. I was just kind of playing around with a tad bit different version of the strategy to see how it would work. I definitely shouldn't have taken that trade right there. And so again, I started with a $50,000 account. If you were looking at that 25 times leverage from some of the exchanges, and I was actually doing it off of a $25,000 or $20,000 account. Most of these trades I was only going in with about $15,000. And so you figure if you put $1,000 into account at 25 times leverage, then you would have $25,000. If you put just $500 into an account with 25 times leverage, you would have just shy of $15,000. And so very realistically, you could start trading this with about $600 or $700. And so out of the last 2.5 weeks, I gained $2,188. And again, that was even with taking some dumb trades like this one right here. Obviously would have been up another $300 there. But you can see how 248 here, $400 there, and then some small ones where things just weren't working out, and I slowly trailed the stop and just stopped out with couple dollars. But you can see $400 here, 90 here, 100 there, and 800 there, 150 there, and they just add up really fast to give you a really nice profit off of this different strategy here using the Academy of Forex Indicator. As always, if you're interested in the Academy of Forex Indicator, you can get a free trial when you sign up for a Patreon down below. Once the free trial is over, it's only $15 a month to maintain access to the indicator. So you do have to maintain your Patreon status, but still super cheap for a profitable, efficient trading system. And so, all right, that's it for this video here. I'm going to go ahead and end it. It's already way too long, but I was hoping to really narrow in on a new strategy using the Academy of Forex Indicator. That's more of a trend following strategy and something that has a better risk to reward. And you can see that the proof is working out really well in this case. We're really making some good gains on this. And so hope this helps everybody out. Again, I'll try to add more information on the Discord about this, the other indicators that I'm using, kind of the methodology behind it. All right, like I said, that's it for this video here, and we'll go ahead and move on to the next video from here.